Crimson record number 3.
What do you make of this Operation Mihen?
With a weapon like that, it's gotta work, right?
It's that powerful? A machina that can topple sin. Wow, that's a little scary.
Machina this, machina that. There's nothing to worry about if you used them right.
The foreshadowing to the Vegna gun story there.
So, once we get sin, the comm will come. Got anything exciting planned?
Hadn't really thought about it.
That sounds dull.
First he wants to drop dead, and now he's looking for excitement.
Guess we'd better think of something fun to keep Nuge entertained, huh?
Brats.
Why don't you join us?
Oh, you could hear Payne laughing a little there. Just like she said, they used to laugh together. Alright guys, welcome to another video. Today is currently... This is actually the second time I've attempted to record. I just did a half-an-hour recording that I scrapped completely, alright? Today we are going to be doing the Mihen High Road. It's currently January 22nd. It's actually about 20 minutes before midnight at the moment, so it'll be the 23rd very soon, and we're going to be finishing Chapter 4. That's the idea for today. The theme of today's episodes, really, or the next couple you guys are going to see, is speaking to people in very specific orders, doing things in very specific orders, and in very narrow time frames, because it's easy to miss out on a lot of percent completion coming up in Chapter 4, and we can kick that off with none other than the Mihen High Road mystery. So, over the series, we've been talking a lot about this. I've been hinting, I've been teasing at you guys, I've been showing you all these little scenes. But today, Rin is going to get just as curious as you guys are about all the weird stuff that's going on at the High Road. Like, what exactly did happen? Why did the Machina go on a rampage? And so, there's actually a very special game you can play here at the Mihen High Road using the commspheres. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in on the door here, just like a regular commsphere right now. And Rin's going to come out. Hey, man. And he's going to have a quick chat with us. How's it going? Actually, he doesn't appear to have noticed that we're here at the moment. Rin. Hello.
Is something wrong?
Lately, a number of strange events have been occurring here on the high road. Our hover was destroyed. Also, the drone Machina malfunctioned. I've launched an investigation, but clues have been hard to come by. Forgive me for asking in such a busy time, but might I request your help in this matter?
Well, he sounded so insincere when he said, "Might have had such a busy time." You get certainly not. Of course, the answer's certainly.
I am relieved to hear it. With your help, the mystery will be solved in no time.
But what should we do?
I have placed a number of modified commspheres along the high road for use in our investigation.
Ah.
Should you find anything suspicious, please report it to me.
Okay. So if you check it out, actually, in this mission, they basically take the commsphere idea of zoning down and looking at stuff and being unsure whether anything's going to happen or if anything's weird. They take that idea and mold it into a mission, a full-on mission. So we get 2 more options here.
With that, I bid you good luck.
We get an R2 and we get a circle. So now, whenever we're around here on the high road, so for example, Rin just went in the agency. If I press circle here, oh, it doesn't actually work. If we go to a different commsphere and he's got a lot set up, we can call him. Now, this isn't like the other places like Kilika or Macalania, where, you know, you've got multiple commspheres in one place, but you have to go all the way back out to the airship and then come back down to, like, the Kilika docks versus the temple. Here, we can just press R2 at any time, and as you'll see, there are 8 commspheres in total, 7 more for us to look at. You've got 2, which is the behind the travel agency, 3, which is the ruins, and so on and so on. So we'll have a look at these. And as you are looking around, as you're doing things, you're going to notice weird events taking place. All right, so one of the first clues straight away is, look, it's another little chocobo eater, and he's running around. See? What's he doing here? But funnily enough, actually, he's looking at this panel, which is kind of weird. So there's a lot of very specific, particular things you can do here. There's a lot of different ways to end this mission. I'll just say that much. And if you want to do what I'm trying to do, you have to be really careful, to the point that after half an hour of playing a second ago, I failed. So I'm going to try again, and we're going to try and do it a little bit better. Now, what's really important, okay, is Rin set up a bunch of commspheres. But do you guys remember in Chapter 3, we deliberately came back to the high roads, and we saw Shinra drop an extra one. And that here is commsphere 7. So let's have a look at commsphere 7. This isn't something that Rin had put down at all. It gives us a little bit of an extra angle and a little bit more evidence in this mission. That's why it's important that you go back. This will not be available unless you return after Mihen and Mihen. So check it out. We're on the ledge. And oh. Ooh. Look. Rin's here. That's kind of interesting. So the whole idea is we're investigating what exactly went on. I guess that's what Rin's doing as well. He's even got his friend here as well. Hey, Rin. Now, what's kind of funny is usually if you press circle, he comes running on the screen from elsewhere. But he's already on the screen this time. So what if we just call him now when we're looking at him? He says. Oh, I had no idea there was a commsphere installed here as well. Well then, let us continue our investigation. Wait, what do you mean? Continue your investigation. What does that mean you weren't investigating? So that's the first thing you want to do. If you're trying to do the wooden potatoes thing, all right, which is indistinct at the moment. And now, basically, we can just run around. We can have a look at whatever the hell we like. So we could go to High Road North entrance, for example. And there's loads of different scenes that, you can end up seeing happening. So here, it doesn't really look like anything suspicious is going on, does it? Some people just chatting. And that's about it. But if we press circle, Rin will come on and he'll see whether he can find anything too. And then our bedman just started talking to that woman. He says, have you found something? And he comments on their conversation, right? So he says, since the calm arrived, many people have forgotten their prejudice towards the Albed. It is truly heartening. That's cool. So actually that woman's talking to the Albed. Wait, wasn't she one of Prophet's, fangirls? Well, so what do we want to do? I would love to show you guys loads of these. The 30-minute recording I did a second ago, I'll just say, had loads of different things. But I think I have to be too particular, so we may not catch all of them. First, what we're going to do, though, is we're going to come to Cam 2 here. The little chocobo eater will come back. So sometimes when you see something, if you don't call Rin in time, then you're screwed. But this one, at least, we're all right. So the chocobo comes back. Rin, do you not think this is suspicious? This thing looking at the Albed control panel thing? Have you found something? This Chocovorous fiend is often seen on the high road. But why would it be here with not a chocobo in sight? That's a very good question. Why would it be here without a chocobo in sight? Curious. All right. Well, so that's that commsphere. How about we go to camera 4 now? Let's go to the new road. Okay. Well, actually, there's just one person here. I thought I think we're supposed to be seeing a group of it. You see someone's over there? Look at that. Hello? Wait, you're the woman that was talking to that Albed a second ago, aren't you? Wait, is that Prophet? Rin? What's Prophet doing here? Allow me to investigate. So you guys all recognize this screen, actually, there's been 2 different cutscenes in the game where I've said something weird's going on while we've basically been here. I wonder what those could be. Also, in the very bottom left-hand corner right now, you can see one of the album of commspheres. He says, allow me to investigate. He says, he seems a bit alarmed. Perhaps something is on his mind. Now he's sprinting off. Okay. All right, Prophet, sure. Well, so if we go to the hover crash site, that's that other commsphere we just saw a second ago. And what I would do if I were you guys is make your comments now, make your predictions, think about it. What do you think has been going on here? What are your ideas? So this is where the hover crash, I guess. And when we're looking at this, interestingly enough, if you look for long enough, oh look, a chocobo feather falls. That's pretty curious, right? Now, here's a funny thing. Remember how in Chapter 2, we did that whole mission to catch the chocobo, and I told you guys that you can fail it. If you fail that, and Carly doesn't end up on the airship, you'll actually find Carly here messing about with the hover. And there's kind of an alternate ending to this mission, finding your suspect that involves implicating Carly, which is kind of cool. But that's impossible for us because we got her on the airship and so on. However, instead, we do see a chocobo feather. Well, that's kind of weird, though, because there are no chocobo, right? On the high road? Now, I could call Rin here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to try and be very specific. And instead, I'm going to go back to the new road, number 4. Okay. All right. And now, as you can see, there's a crowd of people here instead. What do these guys all think? Hello? Rin? You called? There are marks indicating that something fell into the ravine. Something fell into the ravine? What? When? Why? Who? What?
It seems we are getting closer to the heart of the matter. Perhaps further investigation will yield the clues we need.
So, here's the way it works. There's loads of different information you can find, but when you find enough that all kind of sets up one specific story, implicates one person, Rin will catch on to something. He'll be like, I think I know. and then it will move on. So we're now technically in investigation level 2, right? So now we can like continue and see what else we can find. And now that we're in number 2, different stuff can happen all over the place. So let's go somewhere we haven't been yet. Let's go, I don't know, ruins. We haven't been to ruins. You guys might not know what ruins is. So for example, right, like the ruins is back here. And I told you guys about a weird cutscene, right? When Riku was stood up on that, remember? And it played a weird noise when she dropped down. And we could say maybe investigate there. Actually, you'll notice up there, look, it's Prophet again. And Prophet wouldn't have been here if we hadn't done the other cams first. So let's call Rin. Look, he's talking to in our bed. Allow me to investigate. They appear to be making some sort of deal. Huh. Some sort of deal. I wonder what he could be doing. Now, actually, on my previous recording, half an hour ago, when Rin came here, I'd seen lots of other weird stuff going on with Prophet at this point. And Rin even commented even further and said, what on earth could he be doing? But Rin's not too suspicious, it would seem, of Prophet right now. All right. What we want to do, though, that was just kind of to demonstrate to you guys. We're actually going to go back to the travel agency front, which is not a camera that usually has too much stuff going on. But, yeah, we're going to come here. And there's something kind of cool, actually. Number one cool thing is, yes, once again, you can see another commsphere. In that story where Callie's here, you can actually see from this angle Callie doing suspicious stuff over there. But yeah, check it out. Look, it's a chocobo. It's a baby one. I'm trying to turn the commsphere as fast as I can. And look, he's chasing a bird. Rin, that looks suspicious as all hell to me. Do you see it? Have you found something? Yeah, look. How strange. That fiend never used to feed on the spearer gulls. Could it have expanded its palate? Huh. So hopefully you guys can see right now, there seems to be some weird stuff going on with that little thing. Who remembers seeing that in Chapter 1, right? A lot of these little scenes here wouldn't matter if you'd never seen it in Chapter 1. You know, back where eventually that hover ended up crushed. Alright, so from here, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the new road, which is camera 4. I mean, this is kind of where the chocobo eater was running towards a second ago, no? Let's see what we got here. There's no crowds this time. Doesn't really look like anything. Oh, look at the blue skies. Hope you guys are all having a good day. But oh my god, there's a hover. Oh, no. It is chasing a hover now. Oh. Hold on. Have you found something? Is it attacking the hover? No. It is almost though we're trying to eat it. Trying to eat the hover. My, he says. Huh. Well, that certainly seems kind of weird. Oh, there's so many other little things, so many clues I want to show you guys. I hate this. You're just going to have to play the game yourselves, I guess, if you want to see them all. I know that throughout the Let's Play, I've tried to be very careful about showing you guys all the alt scenes, but it's just so insane. All right, well, let's come back down here then and see exactly what's going on here. Oh, look, there's 3 Machina here. Rin? Why would Machina have run down here? Rin? There you go, he's here. Hello. Allow me to investigate. How awful. Oh my god, look, there's a person there. Hello? The Machina appear to have found a wounded man in the bush. In the brush, sorry. Fortunately, his wounds are not severe. I will take him to safety after I've surveyed the area.
It seems we are getting closer to the heart of the matter.
Are we?
Perhaps further investigation will yield the clues we need.
Why? What do you mean? How are you figuring stuff out? There's so much stuff going on. I'm sorry, but Riku's been kind of weird. The chocobo is, but Prophet's being weird. I don't get it. Carly is about the only person that we can rule out right now because she's been on the airship the entire time, and I've already told you guys she can't be part of the file. What's going on? What are you figuring out, Rin? Alright, so now that he's done that again, we're now in what's called level 5, okay? And now from level 5, what we're going to do is we're going to swap away from here, from this camera, okay? Which is where Rin was just stood. And he just seemed to be stood there, so let's very quickly go back to the hover crash site, right? Like, I mean, Rin was just there a second ago. And now he's gone and the guy's gone. That's curious. Rin? Rin, do you see anything weird? Ah, look, over there. Have you found something? How could I have missed such a vital clue? There is evidence of a trauma on the side of the hover. It looks like something punched it? Something punched it? What the hell? All right, there we go. Okay, so the last time I did this, when I did that, it progressed the entire thing for me and like made me very, very, very scared. Okay. All right, now let's go back to the travel agency front. Okay. Where, for what it's worth, by the way, you'll find that Rin is stood. Rin's over here, and he's actually dropped that guy off, the man who suffered the trauma. He's over on the left, as you can see. here in a second. There you go. But instead of doing anything there, we're going to go back to cam 5 again. Keep going back. Keep going back. This is the hidden thing. This is the secret thing. Actually, there's a lot of hidden secret things here. In the first thing you had to do was go to Shinra's commsphere. All right, and now let's go back here and see if anything happens.
Did it break?
Did it break? I don't know. What was that? Hello? Anyone? Oh, what? That's crazy. Okay. Well, fortunately enough for us, we can swap to all the other commspheres, right? And actually, commsphere 4, the one on the new road with that we saw earlier, the chocobo it was, you can actually see this commsphere. You can see the crashed hover. So maybe we can figure out what happened if we go to commsphere 4, right? Maybe we can figure out what exactly is going on there. So let's have a look.
Wonder what he's doing.
Ah, what? Rin? Rin? What the hell is this? Why? Did you just break the commsphere? Rin, hello? He just sprints off. That's amazing. How fast can he run? Rin? There he is. Rin, what's going on, dude? What was that? What was that all about?
I am terribly sorry, but I have some business to attend to. Excuse me.
Huh? No, we're doing business. We're doing business. What do you mean? And so from there, that weird stuff there, our investigation continues. Now, our investigation's continuing because we haven't, like, really pinned a suspect or anything, right? But what we've done there is just seen a bunch of optional scenes, right? We even broke one of the commspheres. That's all optional. It's hard to trigger that stuff and make that stuff happen. But whatever, we'll ignore it for now. So now, from now on, our investigation can continue, right? Like, so we could go to High Road North entrance or whatever, you know, back to the start. And we could start seeing more odd stuff to gather evidence against people. But here's the final little sneaky thing, okay? Now, what we could do is continue the investigation as normal, and Rin will come to some conclusion about who ended up being the cause of all these problems, and in Chapter 5, we'll see the conclusion, right? So, like, right now, Prophet's walking with that woman, and they're talking again. So do we want to put this on Prophet? Do we want to call Rin to talk about Prophet again? Well, no. Actually, I happen to think that Rin is being kind of weird. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to go to a commsphere where there is no evidence. There's nothing weird happening at all, right? And we're going to call Rin to that because we want to talk to Rin. Now, the thing is, if I did that on any other of the screens or many of the other screens, Rin would find something on the ground and be like, oh, yeah, okay, there's this, and this. So we're going to go to the most random, arbitrary place where there's nothing going on at all. And Shinra's commsphere, nothing's happening. The only time you ever see something in Shinra's commsphere is if you come here immediately at the start of the investigation, at which point you'll see Rin here with a little machina. So we're going to come here and we're going to call Rin right now. Hey, Rin. He says, you called? He says, everything seems to be in order. Now, that dialogue, everything seems to be in order, that can happen constantly, right? Like, through all 3 investigation levels, it can keep happening. So let's go back, I don't know, to New Road. Whenever there's nothing special about that. No indication that anything's changed. There's nothing special at all. However, we all know he's busy. We all know he's doing something. Let's go back to Shinra's commsphere again. Let's call him again. All right, we're just going to wait a little while. We're just going to look around a little bit. See if anything's going on. And we can actually move to the right a lot more than I expected. This is kind of interesting. Also, the position of this commsphere is, like, weird. It's like I would have expected to be somewhere else from where Shinra originally threw it. Oh, let's call Rin. Rin, hello? Allow me to investigate. Everything seems to be in order. Does it, Rin? Rin, you're holding out on us. I know you're holding out on us. You're being weird, bro. I'm not giving up. I want to talk to you. You're going to tell me what's going on. Rin? Have you found something? Not a clue in sight. Rin! No, that's not good enough! Alright, just keep doing this. I know it seems like I'm being really stupid, okay? Really stupid. But we're baiting him. We're getting him annoyed. We're pissing him off. Alright, keep going back to Shinra's commsphere. Or whatever. It could be any, just as long as there's no evidence there. It's just I've done, like, the bare bones, right? I mean, we could in theory see a couple of other scenes, but I'm just too scared that, you know, if we see too many, Rin will be like, oh, that's the cause of the problem. When I don't think that that's the cause of the problem, Rin. I don't think any of the I think all this other stuff about Prophet just cares about chocobos. Allow me to investigate. Not a clue in sight. Rin! I'm going to make you guys watch every single one of these so that you know just to the length we're going to. Rin, hello? You called? Not a clue in sight. Yes, there is. I don't care about clues. I'm not calling you for clues. I'm calling to make you talk to me, boy. And hopefully from the amount of times I'm doing this, you guys will see just how ridiculous this is. One of the guys I'm reading actually says we need to wait a little while after each time we zone into Shinra's commsphere before we call Rin. So, you know, I'd like to think that right now he's running all the way back to the travel agency, and now we're going to call him all the way back.
Where's Rin?
Ha!
He's not coming.
Maybe he's mad at us?
Maybe he is, Shinra. Maybe he is. Let's try it again. That's crazy. Do you think we managed to aggravate him? Because we're just so bad at this. We don't know what's going on. Well, I would call him again, guys. However, my guide tells me that we're going to screw our chances if we do anything else. So we're just going to leave. And there you go. Seems fairly inconclusive, right? That is the end. We managed to piss off Rin, and weird stuff happened there. All right, I'd leave your comments now and see what exactly you think is going on. But that should be us done. Fingers crossed. If not, I will be very sad. However, for the rest of the day, though, it's now past midnight. We're going to complete Chapter 4. We're going to keep going. I'm going to quickly go up and save. And then we're going to go to the Thunder Plains. Oh. Okay, I'm back. Hello, everybody. I had a bit of a break because we'd been recording for a while. I've got a Twitch with me at the moment. There we go. I think we're ready to continue, this time with the Nashorn. So I like to imagine the Nashorn as a lady. Well, that was no fun, let me tell you. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be wandering around Spira. Thanks a lot for the help. But I have to say that it was really terrifying. What's it? What are you talking about? It was one of those young ones that picked it up. When you touch it, there's a bright blue light and it cures all injuries. People went wild. Yeah, well, I, for one, never bought into it. Yeah, it does sound like a bit of a scam. But it turns out the rumors were true. A frail old man touched it and became as healthy as a man half his age. So when I got injured, I was inclined to go touch it. What on earth is he talking about? A line had already formed in front of it. I had to wait 2 hours for my turn. Finally, I thought, I can say goodbye to the pain. I put my hand forward, then, suddenly, there was a huge sound and I was blown sky high into the air. My last memory was of it melting in the blue light. Next thing I know, I'm in the peak of Mount Gagazet. Give me a break already. And then I guess somehow he died? Or maybe not, I don't know. Maybe this was a story that only happened after he had already become a fiend. That would make more sense. Anyway, tale complete. What the hell is he talking about? You might be surprised that you know exactly what he's talking about. Or she is. Oh no, it's definitely a guy. Daddy! Daddy, play with me! See, the sleep animations are just done so well. It's brilliant. I will not. Daddy is tired. You're no fun, Daddy. And they'll run off. I still wonder sometimes. I guess it's become a distant memory for him. What it was exactly. But in the end, I'm just a fiend. I don't understand complicated stuff. But it makes you think. Maybe there is such a thing as too convenient. Yeah, it sounds like snake oil. If I can continue to enjoy the quiet life I have now, that's enough. That's how I feel, honestly. See, this is like a peaceful life. He's not some, enraged monster constantly. He's just an animal, basically. An animal that was once a human. Hey, Daddy! I found a big rock! Oh, we're about to see what it is. It's a safe sphere. Yeah, see? It's all shiny and pretty. Daddy, come on, let's play. Whoa. That's it. All of you, you're in danger. Get away from there, now. I will protect these children. Huh? Again? Daddy went away somewhere again. See, I think it was after he was a fiend, this whole story. I love just the sound of the birds chirping, and that's it. Where now, I wonder? We'll never find out where he went.